Hi, everybody. It's Craig with Arun here, and your NHL rundown for Saturday, the 17th of January, 2026. Hope everybody has enjoyed our NHL rundowns. If you like what you hear, put in the comments and tell us what you like, or maybe what you don't like. But either way, tell us you will continue to do this NHL. We've added that to our already busy schedule where we do all the football games, all the NBA games, all the ranked games in college basketball, plus a bunch of other games, and then now the NHL. So tell us what you like. Don't forget, if you want to get on our 2-for-1 football pass for today, $99 gets you both of our plays. Or if you want the NBA, same deal, $99 for the NBA or $99 for college basketball. You get us both. Instead of it's $99 per sport per capper, now you get us both. So use 50% off, but you have to use this link to get in on it. Okay, NHL, we got a bunch of games, 13 games. We're going to try to do this about a minute per game. We'll see. Minnesota at Buffalo. Buffalo minus 124. They've been red hot, 8-2, total 6. What do you like?
Beat them 3-2 last time on November the 29th. Minnesota, of course, comes off back-to-back losses to 2-6 and 2-5 against Winnipeg and New Jersey. And so I got to think, after giving up 11 goals in the last two games, last time they did that was against the Kings, 5 and 4 goals. Then they gave up 2 goals, which is pretty good. So I think they're going to step up on defense for certain. And I also think they're going to play quite well. I like the fact that Buffalo comes off scoring back-to-back 5 goals. In fact, Buffalo scored at least 5 goals in 5 of their last 6 games. They've been dominant in that way. And this total sits at 6. Look, I either like Minnesota plus the 110, maybe even plus the 1.5, or I like the under 6 goals here, as I think Minnesota will lock down on defense. Which one do I like more? I guess I'll grow a pair and I'll take Minnesota plus the 110, or for a 2-unit, a very small, I can take them plus the 1.5, because taking plus the 1.5 does make sense here, because on a 1.5 on a total of 6, it's like getting 25% of the point total or the goal scored before the game starts, which is nice. That's a nice situation to be in. Craig, the Rangers plus 127 dog against the Philadelphia Flyers here. Rangers won 5-4 back on December the 20th. Rangers have now lost 5 straight, unfortunately, including an ugly 4-8 loss to Ottawa. They also lost 2-10 to Boston 3 games ago. Philly, not to be outdone, has lost 5 in a row as well, giving up around 16 goals in their last 6 games. 2 struggling teams a bit here. Who do you like?
Yeah, why would you ever not take the plus money here? I mean, they're basically a mirror image of each other, and you're going to give me – and New York is good on the road. They're home, they're absolutely terrible, like worst in the league. I don't understand that, but on the road, they've been pretty good. I'm going to take the Rangers plus the, 115? It's 127, so even better. Get a little breakage in what I thought it would be. Next game, Islanders and Flames. It's a pick 'em game, minus 110 either way. Total 6 in this one. These teams are pretty equal teams. I mean, even though Islanders have like 4 or 5 games on as far as the win-loss column, I mean, when you look at a lot of the stats are pretty close. What do you like here?
Islanders won 1-0 against Edmonton, which is impressive, right? They were a plus 140 dog coming in. They also put a 9 spot on New Jersey about 5 games ago, which is truly impressive. Calgary comes in off of a nice 3-1 win over Chicago. They were a plus 104 dog coming in. They had lost a lot of games coming in, 4 in a row, but then they won their last 2 out of 3. Interesting game. I think the Islanders have a lot of motivation here. They only scored 1 goal last game. Chicago scored 3 goals as well. This game comes in at 6 goals. This game honestly can go either way, but I will tell you this. I think the Islanders have been a little bit more consistent. I like the fact that this team put up 9 goals against New Jersey. They also beat Toronto recently 4-3. I like the fact that they beat the Rangers as well 2-0, and they shut out Edmonton as well. They haven't beat this team in quite some time. Calgary coming off giving up 1 goal in their last game. Calgary has not produced back-to-back 1-goal games since that December 29th, 31st. After that, every time they've given up sort of 1, they've given up 4-5, 4-4, 1-5-1. I'm going to back the Islanders here. Craig, Seattle plus 170 dog against Utah. 5.5 is the total. Utah won 5-3 earlier this year. Seattle comes in losing to Boston 2-4 and to New Jersey 2-3, so back-to-back losses. Utah comes in winning back-to-back games in 5 of their last 6. Who do you like?
Simple. Take the under in this game. Seattle's been a very good under team. They pushed last time out with 6. Before that, 5 straight unders, I believe it was, or maybe even 4. It's just been a very good under team on the year. They're actually a good under team. And I think they can't outscore. Utah's hot right now. They're playing really good hockey. They're going to have to kind of grind this, and I think that's the kind of game it is. Under 5.5, Seattle and Utah. Next game, Florida at Washington. Washington minus 136, total of 6. Florida coming off an ugly 9-1 loss at Carolina last night. Now they face a Washington team that has the rest advantage too, but coming off a loss to San Jose. What do you like here?
Florida won 5-3 and 6-3. So they beat them twice now. So Washington's finally looking not to get trolled for the third straight time by this team. Florida comes in, outside of that, losing 1-9 against Carolina. So I hate the fact they come off such a bad loss, even though I kind of leaned on Washington. Washington, of course, lost to San Jose 2-3, so they're going to be motivated too. And whenever Washington comes off a loss, they play great defense anyway, such as losing 1-4 to Dallas and then beating Chicago 5-1, or losing to Nashville 2-3, then giving up just 2 goals to Montreal, or losing 3-4 to Ottawa, then giving up 3 goals to Chicago. I like the under in this game. I think after one team gave up 9 goals and the other team looking for revenge, not to mention the fact they come off a loss, under 6 goals makes sense here. Craig, Columbus plus 113 dog against Pittsburgh here. A couple of things here. You have a Columbus team that Pittsburgh beat them 5-4 just on January the 4th, about 12 days ago. Columbus has won 3 in a row, beating Vancouver, Calgary, Utah. Pittsburgh coming off a nice win against Philadelphia. 2 teams off of a win, but Pittsburgh obviously beat them earlier this year. Columbus could be a little motivated with that. What do you like here?
Well, remember, Columbus fired their coach. Now they've run off 3 wins in a row. Kind of doesn't make any sense, but that's how it works a lot of times when you fire a coach. Get these short-term bumps. And, Pittsburgh come on a nice win. I think it was over Philly. But this is a Columbus team that's just playing. They're finding better action, and you're getting them up plus number. I'm going to take the plus 113. Sometimes you just have to ride these teams that are in that, like I said, that natural little bump when a new coach comes in. You just kind of get that excitement around the squad. I think it continues here. And remember, this is a very close. Columbus to Pittsburgh's probably 2.5, maybe 2.5 hours. So it's like these teams are kind of natural rivals here on that 70 East corridor there. Next game, Montreal at Ottawa here. Battle of Canada, 2 Canadian teams. Ottawa minus 126. Total 6.5, and Montreal's playing a little better hockey, so I'm surprised that they're the underdog here. But at least Ottawa did win the last 2 games. They beat Rangers and Vancouver. What do you like?
Montreal, Ottawa won 5-2 back on December the 2nd, and Montreal won 4-3. There's just going to sort of the rubber game here. Montreal losing back-to-back games 3-5 and 2-3 coming in. So they're going to be motivated. It's been a while since Montreal also has lost 3 in a row. You'd have to go back to late November. So it's been a decent while. Ottawa comes in winning back-to-back games against the Rangers and Vancouver, and especially putting up 8 goals in their last game. Classic letdown spot for Ottawa. You'd have to go back to late December to see Ottawa winning 3 in a row. It's, to me, it sounds a little loony, but I'm going to take Montreal plus the 112. A little scary to take him.
I like
the public is also on Montreal here. Around tune of 60%, but I'll take the public side on this one. I'll take Montreal. I never take the public dog, but I'll make an exception for Montreal here. Carolina minus 114 favorite against New Jersey. Carolina won 3-1 back on January the 4th. Carolina's won the last 4 coming in, including 1 in October. So they beat them both times they played them this year, Craig. Carolina beat Florida 9-1 in their last game and has quietly won 5 of the last 7. New Jersey off back-to-back wins as well, including Minnesota and Seattle. Although they barely beat Seattle 3-2 as a minus 310 chalk. Who do you like?
I like Carolina had that big win yesterday against Florida, but now they have a rest disadvantage, and they have to travel to New Jersey here. And New Jersey's won 2 good games in a row. Seattle's not a pushover, and Minnesota's a pretty good team. Give me New Jersey minus the small number, minus 102, I think it is. Even see some plus 101s out there. So, but you get a little better price on the team that has the rest advantage. Next game, Toronto at Winnipeg. Winnipeg's minus 127 favorite, total 5.5. I actually thought Toronto would be favored here. What do you like?
Toronto beat them 6-5 on January the 1st, which is why they're expecting Winnipeg to do well here. But Toronto coming off back-to-back losses to Utah 1-6 and to Vegas 1-6. It's been a long time since Toronto gave up such horrible amount of goals. To give you an example, they've given up 12 goals in the last 2 games. Prior to that, they gave up 3 goals, 0 goals, 1 goal, and 1 goal, and 4 goals. So basically, in their last 9, they've given up 9 goals in their last 5 games, and that's still less than what they give up in their last 2 games. Winnipeg comes in off of 4 straight wins here, beating Minnesota, Islanders, New York, and LA. They come off a season high almost in goals at 6, or at least the most amount of goals they've scored in a while. And the last time they met, it was 11 goals as well. I think this will look nothing like their game last time. I like the under 5.5 between Toronto and Winnipeg today. Boston, Craig, is a minus 119 road chalk against Chicago. Boston won 4-3 back in October. Boston has won 5 in a row, including 4-2 against Seattle. Chicago's lost back-to-back games. Been a while since Chicago's lost 3 in a row. But are you gutsy enough to go against Boston and their hot streak?
Nope. I'm taking Boston. I'm riding Boston. They've won, 5 in a row and 7 of the last 8. And it's a Chicago team. I had played them as an underdog a bunch here about a couple weeks back and did pretty well with them. Since then, they've lost 3 of the last 4. And I think it's the time to kind of get away from them a little bit for a little while. I'm going to take Boston here. I think Boston's rested. I think they're ready. I think it's a steal at that -119 number. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on all the great content we have here at Doc Sports. Next game, Edmonton Oilers at the Vancouver Canucks. Edmonton -182, total 6.5. Edmonton's just 4-4-2 in their last 10 games. But guess what? They're a big favorite because 1-7-2. This Vancouver team. Can Edmonton get it done here and break this 2-game losing streak they're on?
Yeah, look, Edmonton comes into this contest here. You have a Vancouver team that won 4-3 back on October the 26th. So Edmonton, and obviously Edmonton won 3-1 prior to that too. Edmonton lost 0-1 to the Islanders and 3-4 against Nashville. It's been a while since Edmonton has lost 3 in a row, and this team's pretty good, right? Obviously, this team hasn't lost 3 in a row since early November 1st to the 4th. So you have a situation here where Vancouver won last time. Edmonton's looking to bounce back, avoiding 3 in a row. But then you also have Vancouver in a situation where they've lost 9 in a row as well, including back-to-back games of 1 goal. I think what happens here, Craig, is this game goes over the posted total. Very frustrated Edmonton team, very frustrated Vancouver team. I think all this frustration leads to an over. Vancouver hasn't scored enough goals in back-to-back games. Only 1 goal in each of those games. Edmonton hasn't lost 3 in a row in forever. I like Edmonton and Vancouver to go over the 6.5 goals. Craig, Nashville plus 210 dog against Vegas. And Nashville, beat them 4-2 last time back on December the 31st. Nashville has won 3 in a row coming in, including an impressive 73 win over Colorado. Vegas rolling, winning 6 in a row, including 6-5 against Toronto in overtime. And the game prior, beating LA 3-2 in overtime. Who do you like?
Well, we told you yesterday, take Nashville plus the 1.5. You got it at plus number. They won outright against the hottest team in the league. Now they're in a back-to-back spot, but you're riding high. Dude, that's when you want to play every day. When you come off beating the best team in the NHL and it's not close, they didn't need an airplane to fly to Vegas. They took the Colorado Express. They just end up in Vegas, so right over the mountains. Give me the plus 1.5 again. You get them at a plus number, like plus 105, and you're getting to 1. I think this ends up like a overtime game. If it goes to overtime, you win automatically. I think they're going to have a chance to win, but I'm going to take the plus 1.5 on a hot Nashville team. Next game, Kings and Anaheim. These are 2 teams that are not hot, especially Anaheim, 1-8-1 in their last 10 games. LA's favorite, -115, total 6.5. Someone has to win, I see. It's like they can't end a tie. What do you like?
Yeah, I've seen crazier things. Watch the power go out or something. LA won 6-1 last time around on December 27th. November 28th, Anaheim won 5-4. So they've split here. So rubber game here. LA lost 2-3 and 1-3 to Vegas and Dallas in their last contest. I would assume that LA is probably going to want to bounce back here, but obviously Anaheim losing 6-1 is going to motivate them. Anaheim coming off a 3-1 win in their last contest. Prior to that, they had lost 9 in a row, but they played much, much better defense here. Look, man, a couple things here, and I was curious as to what this total is going to be. The last time they met, the total was slated at 6. This time, the total is slated at 6.5. I think what happens here, you get an LA team coming off back-to-back losses. They're going to be motivated to put up some goals. They've only put up 3 goals in their last 2 games as well. And prior to that, they lost 4 in a row in late December. You combine that with the Anaheim situation here, where Anaheim won 3-1, and they only gave up 1 goal in their last game. They're going to give up a ton of goals here. They gave 15 goals prior to that. So I think what happens here, this game goes over the 6.5 between LA and Anaheim.
All right, so that's what we like for today. Don't forget, those are free plays. Those are leans. You want to find out who we actually like as what we're putting our money down on, what we're telling our customers, our subscribers to put money down on it. You get it right here. You get us both. DocSports.com/Craig. It's $99 per sport. So you want the NBA for today, you get us a play in each for both. College basketball, same thing. NFL, you get both NFL and football. So we have 3 different deals over there. They're $99 a piece, and you get a week of plays for just $99 right here at this link. Good luck. See you again next time.